Hello Whovians, Crispy Bro here, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having a bloody lovely day. I promised you guys a sneaky trailer breakdown after my initial reaction video. If you haven't seen that, by the way, go and check it out. It's very funny. I was very tired and I may or may not have been drunk, so but my favorite WhoTubers, Ace Creeper and the Who Addicts have already done frame by frame analysis of the trailer, so I definitely recommend checking that out as well, and go and check out those guys. They're amazing. And also, while you're here, if you want to subscribe to this channel, you may as well. I mean, we do weekly videos. So anyway, they did frame by frame, so I thought I'd do something different and just do like maybe a top 10 things you've missed in the trailer, or you might not have missed, things you might have overlooked. But yeah, that's what today's video is. Get excited. Spoiler alert, going into this, I might be 100% accurate, I might be a bloody genius and get this all right, but most likely this will be 20% true, knowing me. But without further ado, here's 10 things you might have missed in the Doctor Who Series 12 trailer. Boom! So to start off with, we have the Doctor and Team TARDIS, also known as FAM, being very dressed up at some bougie villa. The name of the place is right there. If you can make that out, I will fly you to Australia and we will get burgers together if you can figure out what name that is. These shots are confirmed to be in episode 1, by the way. Jodie says here the name's Doctor, the Doctor, which is an obvious nod to James Bond saying Bond, James Bond. In fact, I feel like this whole episode will be an ode to James Bond, because we later see a very James Bond-esque chase scene where Jodie's on the motorbike and there's cars chasing and everything. It makes sense to make reference to James Bond because of how the two shows have so many parallels. They both have iconic theme tunes, regularly recast the lead, and are quintessentially British. Stephen Fry also seems to be hiring the TARDIS team to deal with Lenny Henry's character, who appears to be playing a villain of sorts. It'll be very interesting. Only time will tell what exactly this episode holds. Moving on, we have this large ship doing a Death Star-esque ray firing at the UK, of course. It appears to be a Judoon ship. As we have known since May 2019, the Judoon are set to return in the series. We even see one a little bit later in this trailer. My guess is that they are not actually blowing up Earth or the UK in this shot. Whilst the Judoon's morals are questionable by human standards, they are just rhino-looking space police, and I don't think they'd blow up a planet like that. You never know, though. I think this is some kind of teleportation equipment. We saw them use this type of technology in Smith & Jones, and they had a very powerful teleport which took a hospital to space, but perhaps this time they are teleporting something to Earth instead of taking something from Earth. One of the most talked about shots in the entire trailer is this lady right here. In my initial reaction, I thought she was like the Rachnos from Donna's first episode. There was a thing from that one Donna episode that looks like a spider, whatever this is. Damn, that was a lot to unpack. But upon further inspection, it's looking as though she is some kind of relation to the Rachnos, given the different colors and less amount of eyes than the Rachnos had. Later in the trailer, we see this crazy looking scorpion thing. My theory is that this might be an offspring of the creature. So perhaps while the Rachnos takes a like spider's likeness, this creature could take after scorpions. Who knows? Only time will tell. On Twitter, I saw people saying that this was some kind of Dalek headpiece that Graham was wearing. Whilst it is pretty much confirmed that the Daleks will be appearing at some point in Series 12, most likely the finale, I believe that that is just the light coming from the TARDIS that is making it look like a Dalek eyepiece. This headpiece is very reminiscent of the headpiece like seen in Hyde and Family of Blood, the Chameleon Circuit. I believe this could be the new TARDIS telepathic interface since we got a new TARDIS. So perhaps Graham has seen something the Doctor needs his memory for, or something along those lines. Now, this is another talked about shot from the trailer. There is narration saying that this is Paris 1943. But then directly following that, we see the Doctor wearing the tux as we saw in the earlier shot. But that was obviously present day as per the cars and the motorbikes in that chase scene. So perhaps there's going to be some kind of time travel element involved in the opening episode. The mission Stephen Fry sent them on could involve time travel, which is why the Doctor and the team were recruited, I guess. Or they could have just accidentally ended up going back in time, and that could be the cliffhanger for episode 1. The best line in the entire trailer is when Jodie is like, "Something is coming for me. I can feel it. I believe this sequence will actually be in one of the first 2 episodes to set up a series arc. This is awesome news, as one of the main critiques for Series 11 was the lack of a series arc. Whilst I very much enjoyed Series 11, it was definitely missing that story element that kept me hooked, kept me wanting to watch week by week. So the inclusion of that line is making me very hopeful that Series 12 will feel more linear and connected with each episode. It could have something to do with the throwaway line in the Ghost Monument when the Dirty Rag thing mentioned something about a timeless child. It would be really nice if that could be addressed at some point in this series as well. It would be really nice to see an arc in Series 12 that addresses this timeless child. It would just make everything tie in beautifully. Here we have Yaz at the police station as seen in The Woman Who Fell to Earth. I think this is a very, very good thing to see, because in my personal opinion, I love Yaz, but she is by far the least developed companion out of the 3 of them. I even made a video on it if you would like to check that out. In The Woman Who Fell to Earth, it kind of set up her whole arc of being, trying to prove herself as a police officer and showing that she has more to offer the world. But then going throughout the series, nothing really progressed with that. So having the inclusion of the police building makes me very hopeful that Yaz gets a little bit more of the spotlight in this series and makes me care for her character a little bit more. Apparently people are saying these are Sea Devils. I don't really see it. They just look like people with funny hats on. There are always Sea Devil rumors every year when Doctor Who comes back. The only thing that makes me kind of believe this theory is that they're on a beach and there's some beach-based episodes this series. I don't know why I included this one. This list needed 10 things, so there you go. You're welcome. I believe this monster that appears early in the trailer is actually the same monster that appears here, getting through the TARDIS. I thought it was actually a Weevil from Torchwood at first. I thought it would have been cool if there was some kind of Torchwood reference in this series, as Chris Chibnall did write several episodes for Torchwood. It is very hard to make out what exactly this monster is, but apparently, according to the cast, this episode is very, very scary, so that's something to look forward to. Now lastly, we have the money shot, the Cyberman reveal, and oh boy does it look good. It appears to be very battered and broken, which is a very, very cool aesthetic, but upon further inspection, I believe that it's kind of a mashup of a lot of previous versions of Cybermen. The chest piece looks like the Nightmare and Silver version of the Cybermen in Matt Smith's era. The headpiece is very reminiscent of the Cybus ones from the David Tennant era, and the arm is giving me very much Mondasian Cyberman vibes with that cloth-like material. So perhaps this is a Cyberman gone wrong and left for the reject pile, or someone is trying to create a new type of Cyberman, but who knows? We will find out when Doctor Who returns. And that's that. Thank you so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. If I missed anything, please let me know down below, or if you want to add anything to the discussion, please talk in the comments, yo. I think this trailer was so much better than the Series 11 one, mainly because there was no Macklemore, which was lovely, and it didn't seem like they were pushing any kind of agenda, which I know Series 11 got criticized for that, but there was no agenda being pushed forward. It was just straight up fun Doctor Who, so I love that, and surely everyone else loved that, apart from this guy, but mostly it's been very, very positive reaction, and it's been so good. It's just been really nice to see people getting excited for Doctor Who again, so I am very excited for Doctor Who Series 12, when it comes out, hopefully New Year's Day. But yeah, please like this video, please subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you next week. Allons-y!